Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Brian.
I'm Alfredo.
I'm Bemnet.
And I'm Micky.
And welcome to the Forum. Now, let's get started with today's topic. Okay. So the topic for today is kissing outside of your relationship cheating? Okay.
Do you want to get started with this since you pulled it?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm very monogamous. I believe in monogamy. I think that it's disrespectful, and that's the quickest way for me to break up with someone. You don't cheat. Like, you don't tell someone you want to be with them and then go screw someone else or kiss someone else and expect the other person to like be okay with it.
I was about to say, I'm like, you just took a leap. Like, we were just talking about kissing and you say go screw some. Like,
well, kissing,
that's a leap. That's a leap.
Kissing can lead to screwing. I mean, come on.
It can also lead to a slap in the face.
True.
Yeah. It depends. Kissing doesn't necessarily mean you're invested in another person. Like, I've kissed I've kissed people that I'm not like sexually attracted to before. Like our friend Katrina. I've kissed her on several occasions, and then there was this one time I made out with a drag queen that I wasn't like interested in. So I was like, so to me, as long as you're not emotionally invested, it's just like an action.
Hold on, but here's the question. Were you with somebody at the time?
Say it!
No, I wasn't.
See? So that's what I'm saying.
It's not cheating,
because the question is kissing when in a relationship cheating, right? That's what the question was?
Right.
So I'm like, if you weren't in a relationship, then okay, fine. You know, that's one thing.
Okay.
But being in a relationship and kissing somebody else, whether or not you're emotionally attached to them or whether you find them attractive or not, I think it's still cheating.
But see, that's why I kind of went on my thing. To me, it was like defining like what kissing actually is to me. Like, to me, it's just like an action. So even if I was in a relationship at the time, okay, when it comes to my partner, I will always consider their opinion. So if they think that like kissing is a form of cheating, like just the physical act of kissing is cheating, then that's the ground rule that we set.
Okay.
But to me personally, how I feel in my mind, in my heart, in my buttocks, the act of kissing is not cheating. But like I said, I will always respect what my partner thinks.
Which I think should be in every relationship. So I feel like there's not a clear yes or no answer to this question because for you, it's not cheating. For me, it is. Like, but I think that's something you have to define in every single relationship that you're with, because I would feel some type of way. Like, I would not like that. But I don't know. Like, you probably, it sounds like you don't care. So. I
think for me, the act of cheating is just in the emotional aspect of it. Like, granted, there is something to be said about actually like sleeping with somebody else, but the feeling of like, if you are attracted to somebody or feel some type of way about somebody and you kiss them, I'm like, does this mean something? Like, are you not over them? Like, do you want them over me? That kind of brings that up because it's the emotional aspect of it. But if it's just like, oh, like my partner said, oh, I just made out with some guy at the bar, and I'm like, do you know this person? It's like, did anything happen past that? It's like, no, we were both kind of drunk and we just kissed, and then we never saw each other again for the rest of the night. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Oh, hell no, that makes my blood boil. Don't. For my future boyfriend, if you're listening or watching this, do not pull that shit on me. That is no. That makes my blood boil so hard. Like, oh my god, I hate that excuse. It was just a kiss. It made nothing. Bitch, it's a physical act. Again, Freddy has a different opinion than I do. It's cheating to me. Like, no, I'm your boyfriend. I'm your partner. That's disrespectful. You owe me that respect. At least I hope you owe me that respect. And if you don't, then we shouldn't be together. I also agree with Bemnet. It is about communication. I think it'd be it's a little bit of a weird topic, like in a couple of dates. So, how do you feel about this? It's like, what the hell? Because, I mean, no offense to Freddy, but I think it's, unless you're like in an open relationship type of ordeal, which that's another topic in itself. unless you're in that type of environment, like, it's just expected that you want to be monogamous. At least I would think so. But again, I've seen so much crap on dating sites and people post their preferences and people are so upfront on what they're looking for. I think it helps weed out these unwanted situations. But to me, yes, it is 100% cheating. I don't care if you weren't feeling some type of way. You still kissed someone that was not your boyfriend.
So I don't know if this. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. But I don't know if this is like something for another topic. Okay. But like, what would you guys think if, like, let's say you were on a dating profile, whatever, and they say, you know, I'm looking to, you know, meet someone, get into a relationship, but I still want to fool around with other people, and then another person accepts that, and they're like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to take you how you are, but I'm hoping to change you.
Toxic.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a little talk. Because when you, because the thing is,
or change your mind anyway.
If you are, going into a relationship just in general with the idea, the mentality of I'm going to change you, that's already kind of an issue. That's a problem in itself, whether it's they have an addiction of some kind or like that, where you think you can make them monogamous or whatever the point is, going into a relationship while thinking you can thinking you can like change them. I think that's already kind of the wrong mentality to go to, and it can create a really toxic situations. So, but I guess the thing is with me, polyamory exists. Like you can meet somebody and then that person believes in falling in love with multiple people and, you know, creating like what they call a polycule, which is like different, like a group of people. Mm-hmm. Which to some people that works and it'd be great for the bills, but
sometimes.
Okay, but like if you decide to get a house together, splitting the bill amongst like 4 people is better than splitting it amongst 2.
Hold on.
I'm just saying.
Hold on.
That's true.
You can say that though, but what if the other 2 are bums? What if the other 2 are bums that don't want to do nothing, that want to live off of whatever like one of them makes? Like let's say it's a guy and 3 girls.
Micky.
And 2 of the girls are like, I'm going to be lazy and not do nothing. And the guy's like, oh, I'll maintain you.
Okay, if they say I'm going to maintain you, then, well, that's on you to maintain them. Besides that, it's either you're going to maintain them like you said you would, or y'all need to get your shit together.
I don't...
Exactly. Like, okay, first of all, this is kind of like a whatever, but if the guy or whatever, if one of the people in the relationship tells the other people, I'm going to take care of you, I'm going to provide, that's basically like a verbal contract. Like, I'm going to take care of you. And then they get mad, oh, you're not pulling your weight. But you said you would take care of me.
That's also word of mouth, and that's why you need a contract. That's all I'm saying. Also, let's sign something real quick. Even if it's on this piece of paper that has nothing on it.
Oh my God.
Let's find a notary right now.
Let's run out to the notary public. Let's do it.
We have one not too far from here.
I hate you.
We have one of walking distance.
Also, you can get the same 4 people with rent effect if you get roommates. No polyamory included, Freddy.
Okay, but if polyamory is your thing, then that works better for all of you.
Seriously. I mean that works for people, and again, more power to you. But
you believe in monogamy.
I truly do. I'm sorry. I'm a sucker for the whole one person for the rest of your life.
And that's valid. Like, that's
fairy tale. I don't know, fairy tale wedding.
Telenovela.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I will say, like, soap operas yeah, but at the end they're happy. So, you know, like, I will say that's why my expectations are so high. It's because in my mind I fantasize about that. Like, is it hard or is it like impossible almost to find like a good guy? Kinda. I mean, I'm not saying that all men are trash, but I feel like my standards are I want someone that's honest and loyal and, you know, that's not gonna fuck around. Like, and, you know, it sounds like basic things, but in today's society, I feel like non-monogamy is just like the end thing. Like, a lot of dating sites are like, I don't want commitment. I just want to fuck around, or I want to date and fuck whoever I want. But again, you know, still be with you. And it's like, no, like I want a label. I want to be exclusive. I don't. Let's be honest, people. I don't fucking share. Okay, like I'm not good with sharing. I barely share food. So.
And that's fine. Like I'm saying, like monogamy is, I'm not saying it's not the right way to be. That's just how you want to be, and that's totally fine. Like it's not a big deal. Just like polyamory is valid. Like there's so many people who believe that like you can fall in love with multiple people, and like if everyone's cool with each other, like I would hate to like if I was part of a polycule, like if I found somebody like that, I would hate it if one of the people I was like, I can't stand that bitch. Like I would hate that. Like so no. So as long as everyone gets together, as long as whatever, easy on the bills, and as long as everyone's happy, I'm fine with it. I'm totally cool with it. Especially with like the mentality of today's world where everyone needs to work and everyone needs to support and supply and all that shit. I'm totally cool with. But
also I was just gonna say, not every polycule is in a relationship with each other.
Right.
So like person A could be in a relationship with person B, and person B could be in a relationship with person C and D, but person A is just like, I'm just here for person B.
I love the web.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not everyone has to be attracted to each other. Like there's people that are in polycules that are like straight and they don't want to be with like the other guy in the polycule.
That's just scary to me. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's stressful enough being sexually active with someone that you are monogamous with. Mm-hmm. I just don't, I mean, I don't know. Like, everyone's different, but I would be so stressed out because you don't know what the other person is doing, who they're fucking, and that person could be fucking someone else. And it's just one of these risky...
They're fucking someone in the polycule.
Well, that's why open communication is a good thing.
Yeah, and I mean, and again, guys, make sure to get tested every couple months for your own good.
That was my point. The point that I was going to get, we were talking about boundaries, and then I got taken off on this polycule thing. But boundaries, like people, like when you are in a relationship, like it's important to set boundaries. Yeah, it might be awkward to like in the first when you're barely starting or whatever, being like, oh hey, by the way, I don't want you kissing anybody, or hey, by the way, if you kiss that bartender at the bar, but it doesn't mean anything, whatever. I don't care. But like boundaries or setting boundaries and actually communicating what your boundaries are, what personally makes you uncomfortable. Like don't wait until it actually happens and you're like, bitch, I'm gonna break up with you. I'm gonna punch you in the mouth. Like set your boundaries early. Like be all like, hey, like it might be awkward, but define cheating to your partner. See what's interesting. Who knows? You might find out something interesting about them.
Yeah, I think that's extremely important, especially when you guys like first get into a relationship. I just think it's important to set those like boundaries because what you define as cheating might not be the same as what they define as cheating. Yeah. And to them, even like you just never know a person. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I mean, this could have been back in the old days, but I feel like nowadays it's scary. Like you just never know a person. I'm like, literally, you could be talking to one of your closest friends, and all of a sudden they pop up, they see that you're really close with them, and it's like, hey, what are you doing? Like, why are you so close to them? Like, what's going on? And it's like, whoa.
Take a step back, hold on.
Whoa.
You're so dumb.
It was like, whoa, but I couldn't stop it.
I mean, it's not just nowadays, because even back then, like, you never really, I think I'm kind of in the mentality that you truly never know a person.
Yeah.
Like, you can be married to them for like 20, 30, 40, 80 years, but it's like,
80 years.
You don't know, you won't truly know every single part of them.
Yeah.
Just imagine how all the people were surprised that knew Jeffrey Dahmer, and they were like, "Oh my God, my little Jeff."
What? Anywho,
my little Jeff did that.
But I mean,
my little Jeffykins did that.
Okay, okay, we're going way off topic here. Okay,
I think this is on topic.
No,
it's kind of on topic.
No,
we really segued.
We always do this. We apologize to you, whoever's viewing and listening.
I don't. This is fun.
This is fun.
But kind of piggybacking on what Micky said, I don't think it's awkward if you guys meet through a dating app. I feel like that's something that I do appreciate, that dating apps make you be upfront on what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. I know for a fact that if your profile says, I'm looking for just friends, I'm looking for something casual, or I'm looking for polyamorous, or what's the other thing to say? Or non-monogamous, mm-hmm. I'm swiping left. No. And not right off the bat, like I said, it weeds out that uncomfortable situation. Like, we're not compatible because I feel like, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'm already like getting up there in age. I'm done with these games. Oh
yeah, you're old.
Shut up.
You said
I'm sorry.
Yourself.
Well, I'm sorry. Like
it's okay. We'll get the motorized scooter for you, Gramps.
Shut up.
I thought we were gonna get the cane for him.
We can get the walker.
We're derailing again. Hello.
To be fair, you started it this time.
Right.
Anywho, no, because what I'm saying actually is connected. Like, I'm not in my 20s anymore, and I feel like a lot of dudes still want to fuck around like if they are. I don't know. It's just, like I said, I'm not going to settle. I'm going to continue looking for the good one, but until then, I mean, I guess just got to keep dating around.
I mean, I know this isn't like the hip young thing to say, but like, you know, you can meet people outside of dating apps, right?
Sure. Let me see. What are my options here in Vegas? Let's see, everybody. There's bars where I'm just like, it's not my thing. I drink socially. You will never hear me say, oh, I want to drink. I mean, unless I'm being sarcastic, but no, I never crave alcohol. I only drink it if it's there, and that's like maybe like a glass too. Unless I'm like feeling some sort of way, and then let's not talk about those type of moments.
That's fair.
What's my next option? A club. Where, again, it's just sleazy guys that, honestly, like, I've never met a decent guy at a club. They've always wanted to just fuck around. So.
Speaking as an introvert, can we make this a thing where we meet people in bookstores and libraries where it's just like, especially like bookstores, you meet just imagine this. You're looking for a book, you're enjoying yourself, you see a book up on a top shelf and you can't reach it, and a handsome stranger just, picks it for you, offers to buy it for you, gets your number, you go on a date, 5 years later, y'all are married with kids. That's amazing. Can we make this happen?
Are you saying that B&N should have a singles night?
Wait, say that again?
Barnes & Noble. Should have a singles night.
Yes, absolutely. Barnes & Nobles, are you listening? Please.
Singles
night. Can I do that with like a gaming store or a video store? Because Papa don't read. I'm sorry.
GameStop.
Yeah, GameStop. Hello, gamers. I mean, I'm a proud gamer here.
Hold on. Can we go back to Bemnet's like scenario there? Buys your book.
Okay,
if it's a hard copy, I don't think they're gonna do that. I think
it doesn't need to be a hardcover. Like, y'all can get
$80.
They are not $80. They are at most like 20 something.
That's a red flag. If they're not willing to spend $80 on you, he ain't the one.
Excuse me, $80 is expensive in this economy.
$20 is expensive in this economy.
That's okay. You can give me a cheap paperback.
I mean, what is this? I mean, I don't know how you say this in English, but in Spanish is el que quiera azul celeste que le cueste. So if he wants, he better work for it.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he really wants to, I mean, I think that's what I've learned from telenovelas.
Oh, God.
If he really wants to, hey.
It's true. It's
you
true.
know that, and we've been watching an English telenovela, and you know that's the truth.
If he's really interested, he will put in the effort.
Yeah, he doesn't need to buy everything as long as he puts in the effort to see you every day, and not every day, but like see you when he can, give you the time of day, the opportunity, and stuff like that. I think that's beautiful.
And this is, I'm sorry, I know I said he, but no, this goes for everyone. He, she, they, doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Never, and please take this seriously, never chase someone, guys. Please know your worth.
You're too good for that. You're too good.
If you text them and they're not texting you back, again, we are getting too old for these fucking games. Stop playing these dumb games. And that goes for people that are like, oh, I want to play hard to get. No. Time is running out. You could freaking die tomorrow. Just act how you feel and get shit done. It's not that complicated.
You guys are all worth it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
It's the wrong one, but it's the wrong tagline. But we gotcha. We get what you mean.
Oh wait, no. What was that title I'm thinking of?
What?
Because it's not Maybelline. What is it?
No, it's because you're worth it. L'Oreal.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Please do not sue me. I'm so sorry. Okay, but yes, I mean, you guys have already heard how we feel about this subject. Freddy,
I'm more aloof. I think that's what it is. Like with me, the idea of like, I value the emotional aspect of it. So if
the
it's
emotion
cheating,
and the intent.
The emotion and the intent. Yes, that's what it is. To me, the physicality doesn't mean nearly as much as that. So if it's like your ex or whatever, like I'm totally fine if you're still talking to your ex, like whatever. But once the flirting starts, if you kiss them, and you still have feelings for them, that's kind of where it's like, what's going on? Do we need to talk about this? Do you want to be with your ex rather than me? Like, do we need to end this? Let me know. Because if it was just a stupid mistake, If it was just a stupid mistake that will never happen again and you're not attracted to them, that's, fine. Some people, sometimes you had a little bit too much to drink, sometimes whatever, and, whatever. Like, you play spin the bottle and you held the kiss for maybe just a little bit too long. Like, that's whatever. But if there's intent, if there's emotional baggage there, then I'm like, I need to know. I need to know. Mm-hmm. I need to know, like, am I going to have to fight for you? Or am I just going to, or is this, like, hopeless, you'd rather be with them and I can just dip out and find someone new? So it's like, so I value the emotional intent more than anything. Because physicality, shit can happen. I get that. I completely understand that. But I don't know.
I think that's also where communication comes in. Like, I think the biggest issue that I have when being in a relationship is they're never 100% honest. Mm-hmm. And I think that's one thing that I guess aggravates me. Or especially like when they're quiet, like when like at some point in the relationship they were, a certain way, and then going into like a few months later or a few years later, then they're this whole different person that I'm just like, what happened? And then you leave me wondering, like, did I do something wrong? Is it my fault? Like, did I mess this up? Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, you guys you don't communicate with me what's going on. If you no longer want this, I need you to tell me, because I think that's important. And I feel like, I don't know if it's, I know there are billions of people in this world, and I'm just like, the people that I've met so far, or at least in my relationships, they aggravate me. I'm like...
That's why they're exes.
True. But I'm also like, if you guys could just simply be honest, or not even just sit there and stay quiet, because I think that's what gets my nerves, like,
you want to hear what they're thinking.
Yeah. I want to be like, you ain't leaving here. You going to stay right there. And you going to tell me something before you leave this room. And you ain't leaving nowhere. Answer me.
They look at you like, oh my God, I'm in a relationship with a crazy woman.
I mean, that's...
Micky, do you ever stop and think maybe you're the problem?
Wow. No. I'm never the problem.
I cannot.
I am a Muñiz. We're never the problem.
That's right.
Boy.
That's right.
You cannot.
Me and Brian do not agree with the statement.
What?
Bemnet, you can leave.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. But yeah. And then you guys all agree that kissing is cheating?
For me, it is. For me and my relationship, I would say that is cheating. But I don't think that that's cheating. I don't think that's a full stop yes. Because like I said earlier, it depends on your relationship. Like for you, it's not. And that's fine. For me, it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For me, there's no excuse. We're done here.
We know, Brian.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. Like, it's just, I hate it because I know, Freddy's right, shit does happen, but at the same time, I'm like, well, why did you put yourself in that situation?
Sometimes, okay, just kind of saying that just kind of feels icky to me. Like, why'd you put yourself in that situation?
I'm sorry.
It's kind of like saying, I don't know, like if there was like a meerkat in like a huddle of wolves and it gets eaten, it's like, well, why'd you put yourself in that situation?
Well, okay, no, you're down. Now you're really going over to the extreme. I'm just like, if he goes, I kissed someone because I was so drunk, I'm like, okay, why did you get so drunk if you know you can't control yourself with alcohol?
Hold on. Okay, I have a scenario though, real quick.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Okay.
I apologize in advance.
This is gonna be part of a telenovela, okay, that I saw. But I'm just saying, this could happen. You just never know.
Okay.
So what would happen if, let's say I was at a bar with some guy or whatever, and I was in a relationship. I was at a bar with one of my friends. And then you guys tell my current boyfriend, like, hey, she's at this bar, like, you should go surprise her. And then all of a sudden, I realize that my friend has feelings for me, and he kisses me right at that moment that my boyfriend is entering, but I didn't kiss him back. Like, I was surprised,
So that's not your fault. You were
right,
that was just something that happened. And I'm assuming it was a situation where it was just like that. It was super quick and you're just like, what the fuck? Like,
right.
This just happened.
Right. But at that moment, like, what if my boyfriend saw that and then he ran off and he didn't see me push him off of me? I know that's like telenovela type thing, but I'm just saying, like, would you consider that cheating because
no, because
but see, you don't know that yet. That's the thing. You're thinking, like, your mind goes to she's cheating because she's sitting there. She kissed him while I saw that. But I walked away before I saw anything else because I didn't want to see anymore.
Okay, this is gonna be because yes, we see this in soap operas a lot. At least in Mexican soap operas.
Yeah, this is a staple.
It's infuriating because I know it's supposed to progress the story, but it's so stupid and unrealistic. First of all, if you see your significant other kissing someone, do not walk away. I would give it like a minute. I'm gonna stand there, and if you don't push the other person away, and a minute has passed, no, you fucking wanted that to happen. And then I'm like, okay, we're done here. But people like just go after like 5 seconds and walk out. I'm like, oh my God, like I hate you.
I think. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be like you are so shocked by it and you're hurt and you're like you don't want to be with that hurt anymore. You're not logically thinking and you like run away. Right. So to me, it's that's that it. So no, it's not cheating, but there's a big but here. That person is the person that made out with you or kissed you was your friend, right? And your boyfriend, and more than likely they know of each other at least.
Right.
More than likely, maybe they're not like friends or whatever, but they know of each other.
Right.
Then it's your responsibility to, first of all, apologize. Like tell your boyfriend, hey, or when they finally confront, tell them the truth. Hey, this is what happened, blah, blah. If they don't believe you, then you go to your friend and say, hey, what you did was messed up. You know you messed up. I'm with my boyfriend. You know he exists. I'm not single. You know this. You are going to have to apologize to my boyfriend for what you did.
You're going to come with me right now.
Yeah. And get your ass beat, probably.
No,
and then grab him by the shirt and be like, you're coming right now.
And that's fine. And that's fine because the friend messed up. Because the friend knew they messed up. And they took their shot anyway.
That's not a friend.
Right. So, and if the friend refuses to go, it's like, no, because I still love you. Be like, I don't want to be with you anymore. If you're going to pull a stunt like that, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be around you. I don't need this in my life. I will cut you off completely, 100% block you on everything if you don't go and tell my boyfriend the truth. And I'm going to be standing in the room, so you're not lying. So honestly, in that kind of situation, you, as unfair as it sounds, you do have to apologize because you brought that person around in your life, whether you knew or didn't know that they still liked you. I'm sure the signs were there. But that person that actually pulled that stunt needs to apologize as well. And if they don't, they need to suffer the consequences of, I want you out of my life.
I don't agree with how the person that's affected having to apologize, because we have people like Bemnet who are completely oblivious. Where the guy could be like throwing himself at her, and this bitch is like, huh? So no,
I'm just mad that you said that because that just brings me back to that one time with Freddy at EDC where this guy was obviously hitting on me. I didn't realize till like way after, and I walked away and I'm like, he was hitting on me?
Yeah, so there's people like that. Is it infuriating? Yes, but there is people that don't see the signs. So no, I don't think that person should apologize.
I think it's just like because you're just kind of like, hey, whatever you saw, maybe not like apologize, but like explain themselves. Like, hey, whatever you saw, that wasn't what happened. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you would have stayed a little bit later, you would have saw me push him off of me. Whatever. But maybe apologize was the wrong word. But like, explain the situation.
I don't think it was. Like, I get what you're saying because it technically wasn't that person's fault. They didn't do anything. They actively was like, I don't like this. I don't want this. I'm in a relationship. Like this was uncalled for. But at the same time, whether intentional or not, you still caused your partner harm. So at the very least, you should say sorry, or or like you said earlier, at least explain the situation. But say something, like give them something.
To me, it's like when you apologize because you feel guilty or you did something wrong. But no, like if my friend kisses me, I'm like I did nothing wrong. You walked away before you saw my reaction, and I'm sorry you were hurt by it, but I don't have anything to really be sorry for because I didn't cause this to happen.
I disagree. Because I think the word apology has been tainted by corporate America and the idea, now follow with me, the idea that, if something goes wrong with your company or whatever and you apologize, you're admitting guilt. And then you shouldn't do that or whatever. But in all honesty, apology just means you're sympathizing with the person. Like, you're just like, like if someone dies in my friend's life, I'm like, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm not apologizing because I'm guilty. I'm not apologizing because I had any hand in their death. I'm apologizing because I feel bad. I'm sorry for how you feel, how you're feeling. If you need anything, please let me know. But to me, an apology is, sometimes it can be admitting guilt. Do not get me wrong, but most of the time it is about admitting guilt. But it's not necessarily true.
It's how you word it. That's what I meant. Like if I tell my significant other, I'm sorry that this hurt you, but I didn't do anything wrong. Like I gave you your place. I pushed him off. We are no longer speaking.
I get what you're saying, but that phrasing would irritate me. If someone came up to me and said, hey, I'm sorry that this had happened, but I'm not wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. That instantly would just make me so mad. I would be so pissed off. Like there's ways to word it. Like if that had happened, I would have said something along the lines of, I'm so sorry that this hurt you. This is what had happened. Like I admit that this person was hurt, and I'm sorry that they're hurt, and just straight up go into the explanation and not try to deflect the blame off of myself. Because on some level, whether it was because I was clueless, because I probably would be oblivious if that had happened to me, I would feel bad, and I would have to explain, like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for any of this to happen, but it did.
I agree.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take that. But there's also something about, you have to be honest, because I mean, there's people that shit like this does happen, and the boyfriend or girlfriend find out accidentally or whatever, but they don't know they know, so they keep quiet, and that is a huge mistake. I think that you always have to be honest with your partner.
Yeah.
Whether you think they know or not, always be honest, because she will always come to the light, and then it looks really bad on you if you didn't say anything. And I've heard excuses like, oh, it's because I don't want him upset, or I don't want him to beat up whoever kissed me. I'm like, okay, but I'm sorry, you have to be honest with your partner, because then they'll be like, okay, they don't know that I know, but they came and told me. So that means a lot. That means that is completely honest, and that they trust me. If you hide this and they already know, it's not gonna end good for you.
Hiding things is never a good idea, unless it's a surprise party. That's different. But hiding things in general is just never a good idea.
Yeah, it's really not.
But yeah,
as hard as the truth may be, it's important to say what you need to say.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe me, I mean, I don't know if you guys watch TV, but this is why Rachel broke up with Ross. He wasn't honest on what he did. He lied. She caught him.
We're not getting into this discussion.
Hey, I'm just saying. Look, watch that episode. It's so sad, guys. But yeah,
we're not getting into this discussion. We're not talking Ross and Rachel right now.
Right.
I mean, I think pretty much everyone agrees Ross kind of sucks.
They both suck. They're both toxic. But this is another topic.
A mess. Well, this was fun, guys.
This was fun.
Is there anything else before we say our goodbyes?
I have like 5 other scenarios.
No, you don't.
I'm just kidding.
I need you to stop referencing telenovelas for like one.
I love them though.
Mexican ones, American ones, I can't. Y'all need to stop. They need to end this General Hospital Married with Children stuff.
Let me tell you something. Oh, no. We are watching a telenovela in English with some Spanish in there. It is fantastic. And I am addicted.
We're not doing this right now.
Yes, we are.
Stop it. Yes, we are. All right.
Well, thank you so much for anyone who's still here and anyone like interacting with us. We would love to hear your thoughts, whether you agree with me, with these 3, or some kind of like mixture. Like maybe you have a new insight that we never thought about. Let us know. Let us know in the comments. And again, thank you so much for listening. Also, if you guys have any topics that you would like us to talk about, I mean, we'd be more than happy to go ahead and review them. And, you could just leave them down at the comments and, We also want to, we don't want to throw a lot at you, but we also do want to start like, maybe like an advice column where you guys have like an issue and you want to hear like our perspective. You're more than welcome to send that in as well. Totally anonymous. We will not say any names or anything. If you don't want us to, we'll make up names or whatever. But if you guys are dealing with something that you want our opinions on for whatever friggin' reason, I mean, for strangers, hey, maybe one of our points of views could help you along the way. Yeah. Please feel free to, please, email us your issue and we will discuss it here. Obviously, nothing too crazy, like actually within reason. No murders, no confessions of murdering, none of that. Because
you go to the church for that.
Yeah, we're not prepared for that, guys. I'm so sorry. We're not. We're just
Okay, we are not legal advice. We're
Yes.
we're
Yes. And then, of course, if you do want to follow us outside of the forum, our TikToks are always at the bottom of the screen. Give us a follow.
TikToks, Instagrams.
I am more active on TikTok than anything, but I have a gram, so you know.
My grandma's private, but follow him.
But yeah, they'll be in the info and stuff like that, in the bios and the whatnot.
Wow.
Also, remember, just be kind. No need to start internet drama because we don't need any of that. At least not on this page.
There's too much drama in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just be kind, be friendly. State your opinion, but don't be a dick.
Everyone has their own views of life. Everyone is free to live their life however the hell they want to. Again, if you don't like it, don't look at it. If you don't want to be in a poly relationship, don't be in one, and just let people be.
All right. Well, again, thanks so much, guys. You guys are the best. Thank you for being with us for this time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.